Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working our way through some expansion here, but of course, we have to upload our minds into robot bodies. That is extremely important, and then we must spread this gift. Which it truly is a gift. So let's bump up to fast speed here. We're exploring a couple of directions, and we've only got the one construction ship for right now, and I think that's ideal. We definitely want to only have the one construction ship for right now. Do we have anything on Earth that we want to do? Well, we could definitely clear off some of these tile blockers. We are lacking energy credits for that right now, so that's going to be a little while before that's ready to go. But otherwise, we are just proceeding here. How long on our robot bodies, anyway? The answer is not too long, about 20 months. We are most of the way there at this point. So that is looking solid. We're a little under 2 years out from them. Excellent. In the meantime, of course, we are banking up minerals. We could build something on Earth, and we have 3 available districts. What would we want to build? We're not going to need that much food once we become robots. So definitely building agriculture districts is not great, right? There's no doubt about that. We may want to build... Are we going to require minerals as upkeep? Are we going to require consumer goods as upkeep? I'm not actually sure what we're going to require in what quantities when we switch over. We'll see. I think we'll wait and not make any decisions at this point in terms of constructing buildings on Earth. So that'll be fine for now. We don't need any more in theory. We'll just let this research continue, and that'll be fine. So we are seeing a fair amount of energy credits out in the TU's system. And the question is, do we want to grab...
System survey concluded.
Okay, so we have an atmospheric anomaly here. It's 150 days. I'm going to research that. That's not too bad. Let's go grab TU's. And Procyon will finish up fairly soon as well. That gives us an archaeological site out over here. Okay, that seems fine. Now, I'm looking at the way that these hyperspace lanes are laid out. It looks like this is going to be a connection up here. There may or may not be one out over this way. I think for now we need to survey here to give us a better idea of where we're going to end up being. Now, this area up here is going to be kind of a mess, whereas this area is going to be much better for us. If we can head down here, this will be a much safer region. So that's probably the direction we want to go overall. We did find some remnants, okay, and we do have access to a tradition. So obviously we're going to take Polytechnic education. That will be absolutely fine. So the Procyon system has been surveyed, and there is some resources out there. I think we're more interested right now in the energy credits. But let's hop over to Earth. Mysterious ruins, huh? Hang on, is this an archaeological site? It is. And it produces 0. That's intriguing. So that's over here on one of these worlds. Yeah, it's this world here. I'm pretty sure. No, these are just noxious swamps. Where was that? You're still investigating, so it was definitely out over here. Where are you? Yeah, you just surveyed this. So it must be tied to the archaeological site. Interesting. For now, that's reasonably okay. We're definitely going to want that later. It will be a valuable resource. But for now, we don't really need it. We don't have any way to utilize it. So that seems reasonably fine. We add the shadow play modifier, sure, so that gets us some additional society research. And then from there, we can choose to go this direction or this direction. Now, there's no connection over here. That's intriguing. I assume it might connect up over this way. Let's head here and find out. If this dead ends up here, though, that's very interesting. We'll see. So over on Earth, I do want to clear off one of these tile blockers. We don't have enough energy credits to clear both of them, but we don't need to. So this is heading off over here. The question is, does this connect northward? And we don't know the answer to that as of right now. We'll have to figure that out. Robotic workers. Okay, research has been completed here, and that's all well and good. We'll come back to that. But our research into robotic bodies is complete. We've converted the abandoned gene clinic facility into robot assembly plants, and the prototypes have been upgraded and deployed. While these rudimentary systems lack the processing power to house an individual consciousness, they can replace some of our lost workforce. Through positronic uplink, those in the digital realm can add their knowledge and experience to the daily operation of these robots, improving their performance. At the same time, our AI systems have developed a design for advanced androids. Our aging engineers stand ready to get it to work. One stage complete, so we gain 3 robot pops, we gain a robot assembly plant, and we have the access to artificial specialists, which we absolutely should research. Okay, get going on that. 90 months until that's done. 314 months until our identity preservation is over. Okay, so we definitely need to continue on that. No doubt about that.
Construction
Okay, so TU's is done, but we also just discovered some things. So, strategic resource here, exotic gases in Neol 1. Interesting that they're not showing up. However, cloud scans, go ahead and research that. That is absolutely fine. So we're going to grab a bunch of energy credits out over here. That is fine for now. And the question is, are we going to be jumping back and forth between these? The answer is no. At this point, let's get another Mississippi-class construction ship ready to go here. So that'll be fine. It is going to come out over this way. That was a deceptive giant. Sounds good. And we're going to take a perfectionist trait. Looks good. So we're going to get that second construction ship. Now, we're not really going to have the influence to be able to build simultaneously in 2 locations, but we're going to head out over here anyway. We may want to boost up our Carpetania fleet here. Reason being, and this is going to max at 20, correct? Yeah. Reason being, we want to get additional influence, and we can do that with power projection. So this is not a bad thing to do. It will be pretty expensive, no doubt about that. And are you currently docked at this station? You are. Okay, let's take a look at what our ship actually is made of. So that's the Nightingale-class Corvette, right? So we need to go... Have they moved the ship designer button? Yes, it's in here now. Gotcha. Okay, so that's fine. So we're currently running 2 small mass drivers and nuclear missiles. This is... I mean, we don't really have any real options, right? I don't like using deflectors or shields in any capacity on Corvettes. Reason being, the amount of shield that you get is minuscule. Your primary defense on Corvettes is going to be evasion anyway. So if we were to drop this, you can see that brings up the evasion. And the amount of shields that was here... Let's see, that's 150 total shield points. So instead, we could put nanocomposite armor in here. This is going to gain us 200 points. So it's 50 more HP, although this does not account for bonuses against armor, right? But it's also 2.4% additional evasion. So that seems fine. We're not going to auto-generate designs. Let's save that. Although auto-upgrading is probably fine. Okay, so that seems fine. We're going to want to retrofit these existing ships here. So we're going to upgrade those, although it's only kind of an upgrade. It's almost more of a downgrade, but that's okay. Volatile motes have been discovered. Okay, cool.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Excellent. So let's go ahead and reinforce that fleet. That will take some time and will eat up a good amount of alloys, no doubt about that. But let's just continue to work our way through these upgrades here. No orders right now. Build the mining and research stations into use. Thank you very much.
System survey concluded.
Okay, this is going to take 250 days. I'm still going to do it because we know that we're going to not have enough influence, right? So that'll be reasonably fine. Now, we're out here. We can see that this does, in fact, connect up to the north. And this is the choke point. Unless there's a connection here. Let's head up to this trinary system, and we'll find out.
Concluded.
We know that this is a choke point. This is a likely choke point. We also just finished up our tradition here, so we're going to grab discovery here, reducing our researcher upkeep. That also gives us 10% research speed, and we can take an ascension perk. And honestly, we have to take technological ascendancy. That's instantly a 20% overall between these two, a 20% research speed boost, which is enormous. Absolutely enormous. We also finished up planetary unification, which is fine. Genome mapping. This is not going to be a thing that is going to be helpful for us. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Although naval cap plus 25 is very interesting right off the bat here. Let's grab that.
Evading hostiles.
Okay, there are alien vessels up here. The Polarian Automated Fleet. Noted. So we didn't really need to know anything there other than what we got to know. So we now know that both of these are a potential choke point. This might be a dead end, or it might connect out over this way. It's hard to say. For the moment, we're going to want to survey here, then here, in order to find out. So for now, that'll do. That is absolutely fine. And we're still working on these constructions. Absolutely. Cool. So this is absolutely fine for the moment. We just want to find choke points, right? That is our primary goal right now. After we're done in Isum, I want to come out and survey here.
Another scientific breakthrough.
Okay, research station output is fantastic. That won't be the biggest of deals for right now, but boosting up our research rate is always very, very, very good. And that is indeed exactly what we're going to do.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, so we just finished up over in Procyon here. Let's build the mining and research stations there immediately. That seems fine. And we're at 206 alloys right now, but you can see we're up to 4 influence per month. That's because of that power projection, and that's really good. A special project for alien logs. Let's take a look at that. So what do we have going on here? We need a science chip in orbit here. Okay, I'm going to use Control and Shift to prepend this and maintain the rest of the orders while telling them to do this first. Best shortcut key combination in Stellaris, hands down. So that's phenomenal. We do need a fair amount of energy credits, and our energy credits are currently dropping, in large part due to our ship count, but that's okay. We're going to be able to do something about that. And okay, this is the Rubricator. We're not ready to get the Rubricator, but we're going to begin the event chain, for sure.
Situation log updated.
I saw this appear, so this is where the Rubricator is. Gotcha. And it is connected out over here. So this may no longer be a dead end. However, taking this is of very high importance. We absolutely want to do that. So we are going to do so. That'll be fine for now. So we're working in Procyon here, and this is a 600 day. We're going to leave that be for now. That is simply too long. We're going to continue to work in Isum here, and we definitely need to catch up this construction ship. So we're done in Procyon. Let's go grab Nihal. That'll be fine. We're up to 0.83 from power projection now. So it can go up to 2. We definitely need to have more, right? That's for sure. However, we're going to be a little limited on alloys for right now. No doubt about that. We are absolutely going to be limited on alloys. And that's fine for the moment. Our leader has leveled up. We could grab Council Agenda Speed or Stability. We're going to take Council Agenda Speed, I think. It takes a while to get through those Council Agendas. So that sounds fine for the moment. We are continuing to spread here for right now, and we absolutely do want to head up this direction for now. We finished up in Nihal, and of course, all we can do is grab the research stations here. We can't get the volatile motes because we lack the mote stabilization technology. Now, we need to choose our next tradition. At this point, can we take synthetics? No, we need artificial administration to do that. So we could go for something like expansion. That would be an interesting way to go, for sure. Starbase influence cost reduction would be very good. And we haven't made any colonies yet, so we would be able to get additional pops out of that. Let's grab expansion for now. We'll go for, like, robots over here. Hopefully we'll be in that position by then.
Concluded.
Fingers crossed. What is the strength of this Polarian fleet? Okay, 5k. We're definitely not ready to do that. We found a toxic world. Okay. We can't really do much with that at this moment. So that is fine. We're going to, of course, build a starbase around Isum, and you can see our influence just plummeting at this moment. No doubt about that. We found a Leviathan. Where? Imagine what they could teach us.
Construction project
Where
concluded.
would we have found a Leviathan? So yeah, this definitely is now a choke point here. That's noted. I don't know if this connects up over here or not. We'll have to figure that out later. But for now, we definitely want to survey the rubricator system and then make our way out this direction. Okay, so that seems good for now. We're going to head up here and see what we have in store for us with these hyperspace lanes. Dead end. Okay, beautiful. So with this being a dead end, that means, well, there might be a connection over here with like a wormhole or something, but probably not. That means that this is a good solid choke point. So that, of course, means we want to survey up over this way. Beautiful. We're done in Nahal, and we want to head over this way. Cool. Now, Isum is going to take us a while to work through all of these constructions. That's absolutely fine. We probably do want to bring this up to at least 9 of 20. We're going to need a lot more alloys. I'm currently leaning towards another toxic terraforming candidate. Okay. And more 0. I'm currently leaning towards constructing an industrial district here. So let's go ahead and do that. We have 2 available jobs right now, and an industrial district is going to use up both of those. Indeed. Now, we are producing some consumer goods. I think I'm going to build 2 industrial districts here, because that will use up all of those existing jobs. So that seems reasonably fine, assuming that our robots can take those jobs. That's maybe a bit of an assumption. I don't know exactly how that's going to play out. If we look at our current population, we do have clerk jobs available right now. Okay, we're going to prioritize metallurgist jobs, for sure. So we're at -0 right now in energy credits. Our energy credits are currently slightly negative. This is not surprising in the slightest. We're going to build a mining station around Skiridon. That'll be fine. This is a new track, isn't it? Quantum Spawn. I don't recognize this one. Interesting. Well, we definitely have a level up here. Naval cap plus 15%. Yeah, we'll take that. And what else do we have? Council agenda speed? Sure, why not? That seems reasonably fine. Yeah, go ahead and research this. We are going to head into Sapod, but it's going to be a little while before we are ready to actually do anything over here. It is absolutely fine to have our construction ship idling at this moment. That is okay. We don't mind that. We're going to get another fleet unit built here. An alien mural? Okay, we can definitely work on translating that, so let's do so. We need our science ship to be present. Yep, that'll take a little bit, but that is fine. Go ahead and do it. Looks good. So I'm a little concerned right now about our energy credit situation, for sure. We may want to put in, for another one of these districts here, a generator district. That would probably be for the best. Astral Threads. This is a new strategic resource. Its unique properties in distorting time and space could be put to use in a number of interesting ways. Fascinating. So I do think we should put a generator district in on our capital. We now have 4 jobs available, and this is going to use up all 4 of those jobs, in theory. But this generator district I'm going to put here. We're going to get the generator district done next, because we have a pretty big deficit of energy credits at this moment. So that is fine. Docked ship upkeep. Yes. We're going to reduce our docked ship upkeep for sure.
Special project concluded.
So that sounds good. We have finished translating the alien mural. That looks good. And for now, let's continue to work our way forward here. Energy credits are a bit of a problem. That's not surprising. Do we have any edicts that we can do to that end? I mean, they're probably not going to be very useful at this point. Where would that be under? Government, policies, and edicts. Yes. So we do have some available, but none of these are going to be very useful at this point. I mean, energy credit upkeep of researchers +1. That's not useful, but it's... I mean, we don't have that many researchers. We probably don't care too much about that right now. So this is reasonably fine. 100 days on this research time, do it. Absolutely go for that. We're going to go grab Rimok. It's a choke point world, and it has those astral threads. And it has 0. And it has energy credits, and trade value, and engineering research. It's pretty decent, all things considered. We're certainly going to go up there and grab that. I also want to continue to reinforce our first fleet.
Research concluded.
Okay, so that's naval cap plus 25. That's absolutely fine. The bioreactor will increase energy credits from farmers and get rid of their food on a 1-for-1 basis. Interesting. We might want that. That might be a useful thing for us. Let's get going on that. The Citizen Obedience Party, huh? And the Institute of Scientific Scholars. Okay, what are we at? We are at 4.63 monthly influence. Well, it's something anyway. Strength from small places. We're going to absolutely see if we can improve energy production. That would be very good to do. So that looks good. We get 5% energy credits from jobs. And of course, here's the Rubricator event, which was expected. We just want to get this area surveyed and then head on up over here. So that seems okay. More archaeological sites being discovered. For the moment, we're not too concerned about those. Let's reduce our starbase influence cost, because that is going to be fairly important. And let's build our mining and research stations in Rimok. We can't get everything there at this moment, but we can get some. So that all seems fine.
Survey concluded.
Over here in Sapad, we're going to build our starbase here as well. Now, we are absolutely heading up this direction, and this is actually a quite extensive choke point. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So if we manage to grab this system here, that will give us this entire cluster, for sure. Now, the question is, what about going down this way? And we don't necessarily know. We need physics research here, and obviously energy credits from technicians and starbase constructions would be very good. We're negative in energy credits at this time, and we need to do something about that. So we'll build our mining and research stations in Sapad. That will help matters, but it will not under any circumstances fix them. Now, how are we doing on those artificial specialists? Well, we're about a year away on that. That's not too bad. We did just discover an unsophisticated alien civilization down here. Okay, that is fine for now. And we're going to head up into Radnitz, where, of course, is the Rubricator, but we are definitely not ready to get the Rubricator at this time. So minus 6 energy credits is certainly not ideal. We'll get 4 from Radnitz here. That's okay. But as we can see, we're running out of influence. This is expected.
Council agenda ready.
Our council agenda is currently ready, and we can launch that for 40% monthly unity for 10 years. Now, what do we want to grab here? Survey speed is, I think, kind of unimportant at this point. Mechanical pop assembly speed. Do it. That makes a lot of sense for our situation.
System survey concluded.
So we're done with Rebellious. There's also astral threads up over here, which is intriguing. Now, we don't currently have enough influence to get this done. Actually, yeah, we're lacking 2 influence at this moment. It's a lot of worlds there. Okay, noted. So that's absolutely okay. Our rapid identity preservation is being worked on. Yes, go ahead and research this anomaly. That seems fine. And there are 6 energy credits available in Rebellious, so we're going to grab this, but of course we're going to be slowing down on our construction a bit due to our influence. So let's build these mining stations, and we do want to get our influence up a bit. We're going to continue to work on this fleet here. And here's Droid Mastery. This significant upgrade to our robotic technology means it is now possible to colonize other planets, and for our mechanized population to support more complex tasks. Our AI systems believe the next logical step would be to mimic their positronic matrices in synthetic bodies. This significant research project should allow us to return a digitized consciousness to the natural world. We must not give up now. So this will give us access to artificial administration, which is what we need, and that's great. Now I'm wondering here, Interesting. Habitability is still very much a thing. Okay, that is noted. Absolutely. And we need to work on artificial administration, right? So 359 months on that. That's very slow. Well, we can definitely start working on things like colonization. So what does it cost us to colonize? Alloys is the big cost
Construction
at
project
that point.
concluded.
That's fine. We're currently barely positive in food. We're still negative in energy credits for the moment. That seems reasonably fine. Let's build these mining stations here. We can't build the research station, but we can build an observation post. And that seems okay. I'm going to sell off some food here to get us some energy credits. And up here in Radnitz, we're going to have to stay put for the moment. So we can see this is an excellent choke point at this point. That seems good. There's a lot of solid northerly choke points here. I'm just wondering if there's another connection out this way, which there theoretically might be. We'll see. So obviously, 219 months on this progress. And this is going to take us currently 341 months on artificial administration. So that is going to require some additional work. We may want to establish ourselves a research colony sooner rather than later. I mean, we definitely want to do some colonization. So how much would it cost us to buy in some of these alloys? We probably don't want to do that. Let's just start colonizing somewhere. What do we have for sizes here? Size 15 on Alpha Centauri 3? Yeah, that sounds fine. So we'll colonize this with robots right now. We'll get started on that. Cool. So that is good. We're going to need to get these colonizations done as soon as possible because we definitely need to get the pop growth going. Bioreactors are going to be finished shortly.
Research
That seems
concluded.
okay. Now, what else do we want? Pop growth speed is kind of useless for us. Fleet command limit plus 20, though, that's kind of not. So that'll be okay. But we definitely need to accelerate our research. No doubt about that. So we have a tradition available here. New colonies start with 1 additional pop, and we're going to grab
Anomaly
that
10.
for sure. A curious signal. Okay, yep, go ahead and do that. Okay, so we could definitely continue to expand, but we don't actually have anywhere where we're ready to expand yet. This is fine for the moment. We're building up alloys, and we'll be able to start another colonization here. So, Love's Labor lost. Okay, monthly unity, or we can take the lump sum. We'll take the monthly unity for now. And we want to get 4A here. So we want to colonize this. We'll be able to do this on the next month tick, which is right now. Get going on that. These are both going to be Alpha Centauri Prime. We'll rename one of them, I'm sure. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to work on optimizing getting this artificial administration done. Because we would very much like to get that done before this rapid identity preservation is done. That would be nice. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.